I'm glad you don't live in California, Flawed.
Me too,
because
bro.
I want to say,
What are you guys saying?
Well, listen, Phil,
I'm stuck here behind enemy lines.
I'm worried about you, buddy. I'm worried about you because this was sent to us by Mally Mouse. This is courtesy of calmatters.digitaldemocracy.org, which digitaldemocracy.org is an official California website that talks about the bills that are being pushed through. And I don't know if you're aware of this bill, but they're coming for you as SB 771. On the surface, this looks like a bunch of gobbledygook, but once you actually read it,
sounds like it too. Everything you just said, I don't understand anything.
I know. SB 771, personal rights, liability, social media platforms. Now, if you look at this, this has been introduced, and it is actually very far along right now. It has been introduced. It has gone through the committee review, the first chamber, second committee review, second chamber, and it's very close to being enacted right now. Now,
what is it?
I'm glad you asked. Phil's the one who should be shaking in his boots right here.
I'm shaking for Phil.
Let's go ahead and Blabs, I'll tell you what. I'll let you go ahead and read this here because it's a lot of words and I'm not a good reader. Yeah.
Okay.
But,
ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Existing law generally regulates social media platforms, including by requiring a social media company to post terms of service for each social media platform owned or operated by the company in a manner reasonably designed to inform all users of the social media platform of the existence and contents of the terms of service as prescribed. That is one whole fucking sentence.
Okay.
What was that?
Listen, that's not important. All it says is that if you have a social media platform, you need a terms of service. Okay. Here's the next two parts. Specifically, the third one is the most important, but we got to get to that because this is very, you can see what's going on here. Go ahead, Blabs.
Existing law generally prohibits a person from using violence or intimidation to interfere with another person's enjoyment of certain rights or because of certain attributes of that person, including the person's political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, and punishes violations of that law with certain civil penalties or as misdemeanors as prescribed.
So let's talk about that, right? Yeah. This existing law prohibits a person from using violence or intimidation to interfere, and this is very, very vague right here, another person's enjoyment of certain rights. Okay, this is all a very vague sentence here. Interfere, what does interfere mean? What is certain rights? What are they?
What does violence mean?
What's that?
What does violence and intimidation mean?
100%.
Words,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's continue here.
All right. This bill would make a social media platform as defined that violates the above referenced positions of law relating to personal rights through its algorithms that relay content to users or aids, abets, acts in concert, or conspires in violation of those laws, or as a joint tortfeasor.
Not a real
in
word.
an action
Not a real
alert.
word.
Yeah, these aren't. This like the animals. They're not even real. Yeah.
In an action alleging a violation of those laws, liable for specified civil penalties. The bill would declare its provisions to be servable and would declare
severable.
Listen, from faraway screen and would declare attempted waiver of its provisions to be void and unforeseeable.
Okay.
Unenforceable.
Unenforceable.
Fuck, man, I can't read.
I don't want to hear about not reading. Okay.
Listen,
okay. So look,
the bill would become operative on January 1st, 2027.
Operative.
All right.
Fully operational.
Hey, Flaw, do you want to read from here on out because
it's
Blabs
done.
can't.
That was it.
I know. All right. So look. So let me kind of comb through the legalese here.
Yes, please.
What that says, Phil, friend of ours from California, is that if you offend anybody on social media, you can be fined for this. You can be fined with certain civil penalties or misdemeanors.
Wait, it was saying the person? I thought it was saying the social media app would be signed, so then it would be
if it's done on
incentive to get people out of there.
If it's done on social media, the bill would make a social media platform as defined that violates the above referenced provisions of law relating to a personal rights through its algorithms. So
it would find the site, but the site would be incentivized to not allow it to happen and get people out of there for having a difference of opinion, basically.
What happened to section 230? Doesn't that protect the shit?
that Section 230, it provides,
California don't care.
Yeah, you think California
don't care.
Yeah, you think California cares about anything right now? Yeah, they do not. Now, this is built around if you scroll back up to the top, it says the personal rights, right? So maybe we do need to learn a little bit more about this. Maybe they are going to ban these or fine the social media platforms. And if that's the case, how whether
it's pressure on the social media platform.
What's that?
It's just pressure on the social media platform, just like
100%. And that's like writing a blank check to the social media from the social media platform to the state.
Yeah.
Because how many times have Blabs, YouTube would have been fined $7,000 in the last 10 seconds based off things you said. I mean,
facts. True. Fucking
I'm a
Blabs.
hateful person.
But let's keep that in mind. Once again, this is not just X. This is not just Facebook. This is not Instagram or TikTok. This is also Rumble.
Yeah.
This is also YouTube. And anybody who feels like their rights have been violated in a situation like this, or in the words of this, specifically says, generally prohibits a person from using violence or intimidation to interfere with other person's enjoyment of certain rights, right? Or because of certain attributes of that person. So if you make fun of somebody, hey, Phoenix, you're an ugly fuckhead, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he's offended right now.
Very.
All right.
Very.
Claude, you're not as pretty as Phil. Sorry, right?
All right, I'm out.
All of a sudden you're upset.
Hope it was worth it.
No.
Hope it was worth it.
But it's such a blanket
Yes.
overreach when it comes to these right here, man.
The fuck? Why would that get brought up right now?
What would that say?
Why would you choose now to bring up that super chat? What are we doing? Nah, fuck you. Heartfelt.
I would actually like to see the social media platforms. I don't know if it's possible. It's just, we no longer cater to California. They're done. Anyone in California can't use our platform.
It's a big chunk of people, though.
Well, then this will incentivize a lot of Smurf accounts, just like an alt account, just to do that.
Yeah.
So let me get this straight. That the fact that I bullied Pro ZD off of Twitter, so I can get in trouble for that. Is that retroactive?
As of January 1st, maybe retro.
I'm going to do a little more digging on
how
this.
does it also apply if you're not in California?
Well, and that's just it. Let's say,
or maybe it's companies that are headquartered in
Based out of
California.
there.
I think it would have said that, though.
Yeah, but it's also California, so
That is also very
they don't
correct.
say what they mean in the opposite.
That is correct.
So
but like if I live in California and I go to New Jersey and then I commit whatever they're considering is offensible here,
severe crime.
How does that work?
Well, maybe it's still California
it's like
resident.
So let's say if I'm me, a California resident, I see something terrible online, someone's feeling got hurt, I go to Texas and I come back, will they be waiting for me
at the airport?
Yeah, it's like, yo, you said some naughty words on the internet, because they do that shit in Germany and the UK already.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. So if it happens in California, okay, yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah.
It's unconstitutional.
Right. It says under California bill, this is courtesy of Grok, if someone is offended by content on social media platform, the bill doesn't automatically provide recourse for general offense. Instead, it specifically targets harmful content that violates California's civil rights laws, such as threats, harassment, or intimidation directed at protected groups based off of race, religion, gender, sexual orientation. So if you are a protected class, guys, congratulations. Just want to let you know, you won. You won. You are a protected class based off of not being a white male.
I was going to say, am I part of that? Because I don't know whether to be mad or happy right now. Am I in that?
No. I think you're okay, Flawed. I think you're okay. Unless you're white passing, which you're not a light-skinned brother.
W me.
All right.
I'm weaponizing
Criteria for action. The content must go beyond causing offense and constitute a civil rights violation under California law.
Which is everything.
Right. It must also be knowingly and recklessly promoted by the platform's algorithmic systems, like recommendation algorithms and
What
feeds.
does knowingly mean?
Meaning it has to go according to the message. Everything with the message is totally fine. We're not going to have any problems.
No. So if the platform knowingly amplifies it, how does the algorithm knowingly? How can the platform be responsible for an algorithm knowingly platforming or promoting something that is getting a lot of traction? That's not knowingly.
No. The algorithm just sees a bunch of people clicking on it, and then
it would
exactly.
promote it. So how is that knowingly?
Yeah. Critics argue this could chill free speech as platforms might suppress legitimate discourse to avoid penalties, while supporters say it only targets harmful amplification. Hi, YouTube. Good to see you. How's the last few years been, by the way?
Facts.
If signed into law, the bill takes effect January 1st, 2026, but legal challenges are expected, which could delay or alter its implementation. For precise details, check the bill. Yes, of course.
Bro, California's out of
Maybe we get
pocket.
legal mindset or something at some point.
Yeah, we need Andrew on this.
California's nuts.
The supporters say it clarifies platform liability for amplifying hate, which, hate speech.
Blab hates everyone. She just said that.
Yeah. Protecting vulnerable communities without broadly restricting speech. It addresses gaps in current law where algorithms spread harm unchecked. People who are against it say it could weaponize and suppress criticism of policies. Conflating anti-Zionism with anti-Semitism via vague terms.
We all hate cement.
Semitism. That's right.
Team asphalt.
Yes. Risks over censorship of platforms, violating free speech, and as you mentioned, Phil, Section 230 right there. So, yeah, man, what a mess! What a mess! Like whether it's a personal thing or a public thing, I do not want the state being attached to things I cannot say.
I agree. Yeah. It's concerning to me that so many people now can't wait to have all their rights taken from them. They just, please, Daddy, keep taking away all my rights. It's just a weird time.
Punish me harder.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of free speech and the lack thereof,
was political affiliation? Was political
I was going to say
part of that?
No,
yeah, it was. It was. No, it was the first one. It was the first one.
Because if that's the case, then weaponize the hell out of that.
Well, they're going to weaponize it both ways, which is still infringing.
Right, but that's okay.
Regardless,
but at least on the other side can potentially weaponize that to a good point. Maybe
I want to make sure that I pull this up to make sure it does in fact say that.
But honestly, they don't even need all these rules. Honestly, they're just shooting at us. So really, I mean,
exactly. They don't care about laws.
Yeah.
It does say a political affiliation. Yes, that was the thing. Yeah. So if you feel offended, congratulations.
I have a feeling my side would probably not be heard at all. Didn't fall into the algorithm.
Not likely. No, not likely. But hey, at least they can go on YouTube to say whatever they want because you can't, which is important. Your dad said you should hit the subscribe button. Don't disappoint Dad.